week 9, we have 1 week left. Next meeting will be the week before the first week of games. So does anybody feel like that they've not been given the opportunity to be ready for week 1? With all the training that's going on, if everything is done, does anybody have any idea? God, I'm just not ready, and I haven't had the opportunity to get ready. With no hands raised, I think that's a success, don't you?
Every first year guy should have raised their hand.
Every first year guy should raise your hand. You're right. Okay, before we get cranked up, Craig with Head to Toe officials, you should have been here by now, but I know he's running late. They're out there now? Okay. All right, we'll get out early a little bit. Got to let y'all have some time. He was the same guy that came to district camp. He said he wanted to come back. Told him that was fine if y'all were willing to look at the stuff. And I think he's got a pretty good display out there for us to look through. But anyway, Craig is out there for head to toe. He was there. I think he came last year for our meeting. We were over in the cafeteria. Nice guy. So if you need anything, just let him know. Go look at his stuff out there. But that's his number. I'm sure he's got some cards and brochures and stuff on it too. All right, district camp as a wrap up. We had a total of 112 attend district camp. That's actually over the 2 camps. So I know we had about 16 or 17 or so that went up to the Jackson camp. Between that and what showed in Mobile, we had 112. Out of 162 people in our group, 163 people in our group. Not bad. Probably could be better, but not bad. The instructors got together and kind of talked about some things that they were saying over and over again, or they were seeing over and over again. And we just kind of took the top 6, which was relax, be patient. For my guys that were on my side, I think I said it about 100 times. Relax, be patient. Short wing guys, what do we do whenever the ball snaps? What's the first thing we do?
Weigh yourself up.
Nothing. Watch. We just stand, watch, be patient, react to that play. So we had a lot of happy feet over on that sideline. Stop the clock. I know we're had this ingrained in our head this year about the 40-25 and having to get a ball in and start this clock and stop this. We got to be able to continue to officiate. We got to be able to continue to do our signals and do everything we're supposed to do. There was a lot of non-stopping of clocks out there, and we got to remember that we still have to officiate the game. The ball, even though we put a lot of emphasis on getting the ball in during a short period of time, the ball's still the last thing that needs to come on the field, the last thing we need to do. We still have to officiate. That was one of the things that Gary said at our little breakout thing we did at McGill, which was spot on. We still have to officiate the ball game no matter what we're trying to do. So, gotta remember that part too. Only 3 signals start the 40. So what are those 3 signals? Hand raise, which is the saying, just signaling that the previous play is done, right? Stop of the clock, which is or an incomplete pass. Those are the only 3 signals that start a 40-second clock. So, and there's no combination of the 2. We don't come up and start the play and then stop the clock. It's just one signal. Still officiate the game, hustle, be prepared. Make sure, that's kind of what I started with. If you're not prepared, you think you're not prepared, we need to back up and punt. Because I think we've done a really good job. Our training committee's done a really good job, and we've kind of beat some horses here, making sure that we're ready for next week. State camp. Who is going to state camp that's here? I know we've got Zach Hackett-Gross and Devon Davis. I don't know if you guys are here. They're going as umpires. John Massey, Jeff McAllister are going as linesmen. Clyde in the back is going as a line judge. Felicia, I don't know if she's here. She's going a back judge. Nick Grana up here is going as a side, and Anthony Garrett and Lonnie Eaton are going as field judges. We've got a good crew. So I want to wish them luck. You guys need to think about them while they're up there. They're representing all of us. They're representing our association and what we do down here. So if you pass by them, pat them on the back, give them good luck. All right, sub-RC crews. I think Alan was continuing to fill out the rest of them. I don't know if anybody's here, but it was kind of finalized. We did there's probably 6 or 8, 10 changes or so that were made, flip-flops. Hey, I want this person versus this person. They were kind of changed into a final copy is done. We're not changing anymore. It's out on the forms page. Everybody can get a copy if they want it. When you sign on the arbor and you go to the list tab, then the secondary tabs underneath, there's a tab that says forms. When you click on forms, everything that we've ever talked about all season long, there's a copy out there. Even the notes that we do every week, it's out there. If you feel like that you do not have privy to the information, I don't know why. That was full disclosure of this year, and that was one of the things that I wanted to make sure everybody had the opportunity to get a copy of everything. So anyway, that's the final copy. Of course, this is all made. I'm driving to the meeting today, and we have one guy that dropped out. So, Paul, your guy, Edward White, is no longer calling. So, that kind of decreases your crew down tremendously. But as Alan says, we're all adults. Call another crew. Baldwin County, I think y'all done a really good job of kind of almost pulling together one big crew and kind of working out that way. But work with the other crews. If you run across some issues at that particular point, call Alan first. If you need me, call me, or call anybody if you have some issues. But if Jerry Johnson gets assigned a game and he can't fill it, start calling some other crew chiefs to see who's not being used or who's available. We're all adults. We need to make sure that game is covered. All right. All right. Varsity assignments. Varsity assignments I've already started. I think week 1 is already done, right, Ellen? Yes. One's done. I know sub-varsity week 1 is done. We're just waiting to send it out at a good time. But one of the things that we're going to do a little different than we did last year, and I think the last couple of years, is we're actually going to kind of conform back to what the mechanics manual says, but also what the rest of the state is doing. On the 7-man crew, the wings, the short wings and the deep wings, when you receive an assignment, you'll start opposite of what that assignment is. That's what the mechanics book says. And you'll finish in whatever your assignment is on the arbor, which is usually your primary position, right? Referee, umpire, and back judge, no big deal. You stay in your position. I think referees sometimes want to get out of that position sometimes, but you're stuck. But if I'm assigned a line judge, or if I'm assigned a head linesman position, I start on the line judge side in the first half and end up in the linesman position in the second half. Does everybody understand that? Because that's the opposite of what we've done the last couple of years. It's like what it says, you will start opposite of what your assignment is. And that's for short wings and deep wings only. All right, 5-man crew. 5-man crew does not change. You stay the crew, crew's the crew. So if you work in a 5-man crew, you stay there.
When you do your assignment, whatever you're assigned, you go carry that duty with you also, right? No, you're going to carry your duty.
Some for 7-man crew. All right, 7-man crew on the short wing, we flip assignments. If we, like I said, if I was assigned a head linesman, I would start as a line judge, and I would have line judge duty in the first half. I would have line judge duty until the second half starts. So that means I go get the teams, both halves. and then I'll end up over on the head linesman side for the second half. Now, the deep wings, Alan, y'all can help me. You don't flip duties, right? Short wings will take on the duty of whatever they're on. If you're assigned a head linesman and you start as a line judge and vice versa, whatever you're on for that half, you'll have those duties. If you flip to the other side, it's the other half. That is right.
I'm assigned headline. Everything I do pregame is that headline. Whenever we go out, I go out on the visitor side. When we get to the start, when you swap.
That's what Collins said.
You swap in the start, and then you finish the game with your assigned position.
I will confirm it at state camp, if I'm going, and I don't think that's right, but we'll confirm. He's saying the flip the star.
So your line judge would see what change out.
Line judge will maintain the,
Just say I'm side.
now side judge and field judge, you maintain your positions the entire time, right? Deep wings?
You just switch over, but you just maintain duty. Like, when you start as a field judge, you do field judge duties all night, even though you go back to as a side judge.
Yes. Yeah.
If you're assigned a side judge, you're gonna do field judge duties all night, because that's where you started. Huh?
Stand
If
up.
you're assigned a side judge and you start as a field judge, you're gonna do field judge duties all night, because that's where you started at. You're flipping.
Listen, I'm a side judge. I'm a side judge. I have side judge duties all night long.
That's right.
All night long.
All night long.
What happened?
You don't-
All night long.
Even if you go to the other side,
I
you
started-
have all time.
I go pregame. I got my pregame duties as a side judge. I'm on the visitor side during the kickoff, during the coin toss. When we come to the start and meet up, I switch to the field judge position.
Deep wings,
Great.
that's probably correct.
It's the same for all four positions. We break.
I will confirm it, but the way we've always taught it, we start opposite of our assignment, and that's our assignment for that first half.
If you're assigned a side judge, you're gonna start the first half field judge, but you still have all the time, because you are the additional side judge.
We can do that.
Yeah.
I go out as a side judge, visitor side. We come to the start, I switch to the field judge position, break as the field judge.
Right.
I go out side judge duties,
Yeah.
Okay?
and then I finish the second half as a side
Side
judge.
judge.
Okay?
Same thing for line judge, line judge, same thing.
Like I said, confirm it at camp.
No,
I know
we'll
Derek-
confirm it at
Trust
camp.
me, I almost fucked that up, messed that up, it's super sad, trust me, I know what I'm talking about.
I'll confirm it.
If we do it backwards, if we get up there, we're wrong.
We did it backwards by position, but not by duty. But we'll confirm it. We'll confirm it. All right, five-man crews. Five-man crews, your position that you assign, you stay in that position the whole game. Seven-man is the only time that you flip-flop and do opposite side of that during that crew. Wing official, the line judge and linesman will swap sides of the field as well as duties. Line judge and linesman will swap sides of the field as well as duties. Side judge and field judge will swap sides of the field, but will remain the same positions and duties as each had in the first half.
In your first half was?
Exception the assigned linesman, line judge, side judge, field judge will work the assigned position in the second half. The assigned judge works side judge in the second half and will be responsible for timing during the halftime. The short wing guys start opposite. You have those duties. And then you flip and you become whatever side you're on at in the second half. You bring those duties. Now, the deep wings are different. I don't know why they do this. The deep wings are different than the short. Is everybody clear?
According to that book, it just said, just what you just read said.
We'll confirm. All right, let's go. All right, arbiter pay. Who has done everything for their arbiter pay? Or who, I'll go back. Who has not done everything for their arbiter pay? If you have done your arbiter pay account, you need to get it done quick, because that's the only way it's going to be able to pay you. If not, you're donating your time. I appreciate that, but I assume you want to get paid. So if you have any issues, get a hold of Jeff or myself. We would help you through it. Arbiterpay.com, which is a totally different site than Arbiter Sports. Arbiter Sports is where we get our assignments. Arbiter Pay is where we get paid. So we need to make sure we get an account open, and you have to link the two. So once you link them the first time, you don't have to worry about it from that point forward. Membership. This is one of the things I wanted to show y'all. This is our memberships from this year to the past. I don't know if y'all could see it because of it being low. But 2019, let me get out of the way so you can see it. 2019, we're at 163 members. Let me back up. Let's go back to the top. 2014, we were 134 members. 2015, we're 100 and, I said that wrong already. 2014, we're 134 members. 2015, we're 143, which we had a 9-member increase, which is a 7% increase, which is good. 2016, we increased to 187. I think that was to kind of because of the Bay Area. Shut down. About time y'all came in. Y'all had heard?
Oh, that was the second.
Yeah, the second phase. So we're up by 44 members, which is a nice 31% increase. So we have plenty of officials to do our contracts. And one thing I want you to remember as we're saying these figures, every year we've increased in contract holders, at least by 1 or 2. And remember, when we increase by contract holders, we also increase by subcontract holders. So if we add a contract, we're usually adding varsity, some form of a JV, some form of a freshman, and usually a middle school. In 2007, we went to 165, so we had a drop of 22 members. 2018, we went to 164, and 2019, we're at 163. So we're kind of maintaining everything the last 3 years. But again, I don't think it's I don't think it's any surprise that, we're all shortage. Officials across the country are short. I think Gary just said that multiple times, even from the college side, that everything's a shortage. But if we do not increase our numbers up, we can't fulfill the contracts that we currently have. That's one of the reasons why we dropped a few this year. Even when we picked up some loose games here and there, if we continue to stay where we are, or drop any more than where we are, we may have to give up some more. And that'll be the decision of the executive committee next year. But all that said, find a buddy. Find somebody that you feel that can do this, that will enjoy doing this, and bring them along next year. Bring them in. We really need them. We need everybody we possibly can. One of the slides I had a couple of weeks ago, maybe last week, it all kind of runs together, that membership did a fantastic job in maintaining our last year members. That's probably the best we've ever done. I think we maintained, was it 10 out of 15? Is that what it was? And I think we're up about 15 or 16 this year. That's fantastic, because you can see we're dropping. Even though that we're up, even though we dropped one member from 18 to 19, we had 16 new members this year. So if you think about it, you lost 17 from last year, right? My math is right? Are your math teachers out there? So we lost 17, and we lost 5 of the new members. That means we lost, what, 12 veterans? At least 2 years or more. So we can't continue to keep eroding as we're trying to erode. We need members. We need people that want to be here, that think it's going to, that you know is going to have fun. Somebody that you're going to want to be with. So I thought that was very interesting. I wanted to share that with you about the membership. And if we continue on the same path, it's going to continue to erode and erode and erode. We won't be back down to where we were before, probably back down to the 2014-15 route. We'll have to start giving up contracts. So I thought that was very interesting. Any questions about that? Go ahead.
Will the man that thinks somebody home?
Probably tonight. For this year. Yeah, there's so many steps it takes to get a new member on board now. It used to be where you came on board and you paid your dues and took your test. It was no big deal. Now there's so many things that we have to do by getting them on the arbiter, getting both dues paid, getting arbiter pay set up. I mean, new members don't know anything about what's going on, like what we're used to. They don't know how to manipulate